Good afternoon and thank you for coming. My name is David Masur and I'm the director for PennEnvironment. PennEnvironment is a citizen-based nonprofit environmental advocacy group, and I'm joined today by Senator John Rafferty, a longtime environmental champion here in the legislature. We are here today to release a new PennEnvironment report entitled Building a Better Future, Moving Towards Zero Pollution with Highly Efficient Homes and Businesses. This report illustrates the environmental and economic benefits of a bold program for making our nation's new and existing buildings much more energy efficient and ultimately totally energy independent. Our message today is clear. Green buildings are a triple win for Pennsylvania. They save us money on our utility bills, they reduce global warming pollution, and they help us secure a new energy future. We have the technologies to realize these benefits, and now we need the policies to put these solutions to work. Pennsylvania and the country as a whole are facing enormous economic and environmental challenges related to the way we run our buildings and runaway energy use. The United States is the largest consumer of energy in the world, and most of our energy comes from polluting and dangerous sources like coal, oil, and nuclear power. While this energy is used in a number of different ways, a full 40% of our energy and 10% of all the energy used in the world goes towards heating, cooling, and powering buildings across the United States. To make matters worse, much of this energy is simply wasted through poor insulation, leaky windows, poor construction techniques, and inefficient lighting, heating, and cooling systems. If we stay on our current path, energy use in buildings will grow 16% by 2030, and our nation's global warming emissions will have increased by an amount equivalent to building 80 new coal-fired power plants. To make real progress in reducing our energy consumption and tackling global warming pollution, we simply have to use far less energy in our buildings. The good news is that we can do that. With approximately 75% of our buildings scheduled to be new or renovated by the year 2040, we have a huge opportunity to save energy by dramatically improving the energy efficiency of our buildings, creating jobs, and lowering electric bills in the process. But we must act now to do so. Thankfully, many leaders in the Pennsylvania legislature, including senators like Senator John Rafferty, are already acting to seize this opportunity. Governor Rendell has also called for a statewide green building code in his February State of the State address. Our new report finds that efforts like these can't be implemented soon enough. Most notably, our report found that a comprehensive plan to make our nation's buildings more efficient by 2030 could save enough energy to power all of our nation's cars, homes, and businesses for a year and a half. These building improvements would pay back upfront costs in 11 years and net $542 billion in energy savings by 2031. Our report also shows that by adopting these recommendations, we would enable America to prevent 11.2 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions, a major contributor to global warming, by 2050. That represents a 30% cut in emissions compared to projections and is nearly equivalent to the annual carbon dioxide emissions of the US and China combined. Now we need the policies to help realize these benefits. Already, President Obama has announced an ambitious but achievable plan of making all new buildings zero energy by 2030, meaning that the buildings are so efficient that they can meet all of their energy needs through on-site renewable energy like solar and geothermal power. And the economic recovery bill recently passed by Congress provided much needed momentum, providing more than $25 billion for weatherization and energy efficiency upgrades for commercial and government buildings. But we need to do much more. For the sake of our economy and our environment, PennEnvironment is calling on our nation's leaders at every level of government and in the private sector to make a bold but achievable commitment to high-performance, energy-efficient green buildings. Specifically, we're calling for upgrading and enforcing building energy codes to require 30% greater efficiency by 2012 and 50% greater efficiency by 2018. We're setting codes to have all new buildings be zero energy buildings by 2030 and implementing energy efficiency retrofits in all existing commercial and residential buildings by 2030. Meeting these challenges will not be easy, and they'll require a commitment from all levels of government. But to meet the challenge of global warming and protect our economy from runaway energy costs, we simply must act and act soon. At the federal level, Congress is considering a comprehensive plan to repower America with clean renewable energy and to reduce global warming pollution. This legislation, called the American Clean Energy and Security Act, also includes strong provisions that lay the groundwork for more energy-efficient buildings. PennEnvironment is calling on Pennsylvania's local members of Congress, especially Tim Holden and Todd Platts, to support this critical legislation. And at the state level, PennEnvironment is echoing Governor Rendell's call for a statewide green building code, as well as a passage of several state-level bills, including those sponsored by Senator John Rafferty. The sooner we implement these policies, the sooner we can start reaping the benefits for Pennsylvania's environment and economy.